In a quiet Arkansas town where life usually moves slow and simple, a tragedy has shaken the community to its core. A mother and her two young children are found dead inside their home, shot, silenced, and surrounded by unanswered questions. Was this a brutal homicide, a final act of desperation, or something even darker? As investigators search for clues and a family's past begins to unravel, one thing becomes clear. Nothing about this case is as simple as it seems. Today, we dive into a story filled with fear, secrets, and a mystery that has left an entire town terrified and confused. That a quiet rural town in Arkansas was shaken by a heartbreaking and confusing tragedy. A mother named Charity Bialis and her two young children were found dead inside their large home on a secluded road in Bonanza. All three had been shot. Authorities have not yet said whether this was a triple homicide or a murder-suicide, and as of now, no one has been named a suspect. The mystery surrounding this family is growing by the day. To understand how things reached this point, we have to look at Charity's marriage to her husband, Dr. Randy Bialis, a longtime family physician in nearby Fort Smith. According to court documents, their relationship had been troubled for years. A video from 2020 shows a tense confrontation involving Charity, the doctor, and her teenage son. Soon after, the son filed for emancipation, accusing Charity and Dr. Bialis of slashing the tires on his truck. The court approved his request, but the most alarming events happened this year. In February, Dr. Bialis was arrested after allegedly choking Charity in front of their two young children. He was charged with domestic battery, endangering the welfare of minors, and aggravated assault. He eventually pleaded guilty to a reduced domestic battery charge in October and was ordered to have no contact with Charity. He could only communicate with the children under court supervision. After the assault, Charity filed for divorce. Her attorney wrote in the court filings that there had been past domestic abuse and asked the judge to require anger management classes and a mental health evaluation for the doctor. She also sought full custody of the children. The divorce case moved slowly for months, finally reaching a major hearing on December 2nd. According to local reports, the judge granted both parents joint custody, a decision very different from what Charity wanted. The next morning, December 3rd, everything changed. Sheriff's deputies were called to Charity's home for a welfare check. Two workers let them inside. What they found was devastating. Charity and her two 6-year-olds were dead. Each had been shot. Investigators have not said if anyone forced their way inside or if the gun used was found near the bodies. The Arkansas Crime Lab is working to determine the exact cause and manner of death. The following day, Dr. Bialis' lawyer filed a motion to dismiss the divorce case, stating simply that the plaintiff had died. In a public statement, the attorney said that Dr. Bialis has been cooperating fully with law enforcement and hopes investigators discover what truly happened. Police have not named any suspects and have not arrested anyone. They are examining the home, the gunshot wounds, and Charity's phone records to determine whether this was a homicide or a tragic murder-suicide. Detectives may also be looking at cell tower data, possible break-ins, and any evidence of forced entry. Former prosecutors say that if the medical examiner rules the deaths a homicide, Dr. Bialis could quickly become a person of interest because of the history of domestic violence, the recent custody battle, and the tension surrounding the divorce. But at this moment, investigators have not made that determination. As investigators continue examining every detail of this heartbreaking case, the truth remains trapped inside a home that now stands silent. Charity Bialis and her two innocent children are gone, leaving behind a trail of confusion, pain, and unanswered questions. Was this the result of a long, violent history finally spiraling out of control? Or is there someone out there who knows far more than they are willing to say? Detectives are still reviewing phone records, ballistics, past police reports, and every piece of evidence collected from the scene. The Arkansas Crime Lab is working to determine the exact manner of death, a conclusion that could completely change the direction of the investigation. If the medical examiner rules this as a homicide, the focus of the case could shift dramatically. If it is declared a murder-suicide, the story takes a darker and more tragic turn. For now, everything is suspended in uncertainty. The only thing we know for sure is that 3 lives were lost, and a family already broken by years of conflict has now been shattered forever. A community searches for closure. Loved ones mourn, and investigators push forward quietly, determined not to leave a single hidden truth buried. In cases like this, answers don't appear overnight. They come slowly, through patience, forensic evidence, and the courage of those willing to speak. Whatever the truth may be, it deserves to be revealed. Charity and her children deserve justice, whether that justice points to a crime committed by another hand or a tragedy born from desperation and fear. Thank you for watching this episode on Crímenes Ocultos. If you want more stories, mysteries, and deep dive investigations, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Your support helps us bring powerful cases like this to light. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and never stop seeking the truth.